Pandorum from the producers of Resident Evil.
Is that the plural of Pandora?
I don't know. I suppose it must be. Yeah.
Anyway,
Dennis Quaid and Ben Foster.
Don't let me put you off.
No, you saw Alien, right? You know, ship in space, right? People asleep. Computer wakes them up. Strange. They're not expecting to be woken up. Well, that, right? And then you know that bit in Event Horizon, they get woken up, they're in their pants. They have to kind of, get their...
Always in their pants.
Yeah, like that. And then everyone's forgotten what they're doing, like Philip Dick, like that. And then there's a bunch of Gribblies running around, like Alien. Here's a clip.
We have to try and contact the bridge.
You're assuming that there is someone on the bridge.
There has to be. We can't be alone in this.
Well, alone or not, we can't assume help will be coming. Out here, there is no rescue and there is no turning around. I don't think this thing was even built to return.
What are you talking about?
I'm saying that this is no ordinary transport. We're not out on the belt collecting data. We're not hauling cargo. We are the cargo.
What?
If you've seen Dark Star, Fight Club, Alien 3, Android, Life Force, you'll go, yeah, that bit, that bit, that bit, that bit, that bit.
I haven't seen Android Life Force.
No, but you've seen all of this stuff before.
What happens in that?
But, hang on. What happens in this, right? Spaceship in space, they wake up, they can't remember anything. There's two of them. They can remember. They crawl around some stuff. There's a bunch of monsters running around. Oh, what are we going to do? Have to figure out a way.
Does the monster kill them off one by one?
Well, the interesting thing is that the generator is going to shut down in a certain amount of time. They've managed to make a ship that will travel for 100 years, but the generator's going to switch itself off in how long have we got? I don't know, 30 minutes, fine. So what have we got to do? We've got to go down 3 levels in 30 minutes and then switch it back on again. They didn't build a failsafe into the generator instantly. So it's a computer game as well. On the BBFC website, which I love, it says rated 15 for violence, and the violence includes a man being ripped apart by monsters and 3 survivors fighting one of the monsters with swords and knives. Lots of blood, things hacked off, guts, but the poor lighting means that there's no dwelling on the infliction of pain or injury. So I love that phrase, the poor lighting, not the dark, evocative, smoky, poor lighting. And that's about it. It's just poorly lit. It's one of those films in which there's a bunch of bad stuff happening, we can't see any of it anyway. Because it's just, it's the new aesthetic when you can't see it. Just a bunch of close-up bits that are sort of incredibly sub-Michael Bay and some noise. And then every now and then, people talking in corridors like this. I got to talk very quietly because there's a gripping hand. Why do we get I don't know. Are we the ship? Are we the cargo? And then cut.
Can I just... Yeah. That ridiculous kind of scream. Was that part of the conversation? Was that you?
No, that's what happens because
giving up.
No, that wasn't me giving up. No, the sound of me is... And it's it's very loud and very cutty and very thumpy and very and everybody, despite the fact they've been out in space for ages and ages, everybody appears to have brought the Vivienne Westwood catalogue along so that when they become mutant they can put on spikes, because obviously you don't want to just be a mutant, a badly dressed mutant, and then it goes on and on. Yeah, spiky things, belt, stuff.
Okay, so when you become a mutant, you wear fetish.
Yeah, you have to. And don't you know nothing? Haven't you seen Mad Max? If you become a mutant, the 2 things you have to do is wear spikes and get a Mohican. That's it. That's what happens. Literally.
Where does fetish gear come into it?
Well, because, you get spikes, you put fetish gear on, you get a Mohican, and you lose the ability to speak and you get funny teeth. That's how mutation works. Have you not seen any post-apocalypse movies? That's what happens. Everyone, you saw the Neil Marshall movie, when they wall off Scotland and a deadly virus breaks out, the first thing that happens is they start listening to Adam and the Ants, getting Mohicans, wearing spikes. That apparently is how the world's going to end.
Oh, okay.
And it's incredibly boring and really loud and dull, and nothing happens a lot, and lots of shouty nothing and thumpy nothing and blood spurtingy nothing and limb rippingy nothing happens. And what I'm wondering is,
a lot happens.
Yeah, a lot of nothing happens. And what I'm wondering is, how can a film in which the BBFC detail includes guts flopping out and all that sort of stuff be that boring? Because, at least if I was just there for the salacious violence, I could quite enjoy that, but I couldn't see any of it, and it's all just...
And is that when...
Yeah, that hurts.
And is that when the Vivienne Westwood bit comes in?
Yeah.